I used to believe that sacrifice was love, that if I gave enough, I would be seen. But I was wrong. I gave my childhood away, piece by piece.
Chiamaka, come quickly. Your brother has not eaten. Where have you been?
I was fetching water.
I don't want this food.
What do you want?
I want meat.
Give him your meat.
But Mama...
Did you not hear me?
Okay.
Thank you.
It was always small things like that.
That is how a good sister behaves.
I thought if I kept being good, they would love me the same way.
Mama, I am still hungry.
Drink water and sleep. That was the first time I understood. I was not equal.
Ma, my results are out.
What does it say?
I came first.
Oh, my girl.
What is the noise?
I came first in class.
That is good.
I used to believe that love meant sacrifice. That if you gave enough, if you endured enough, if you kept choosing others over yourself, one day they would finally choose you too. But I was wrong. Story time. I grew up in a small town in Anambra State, where life was simple but never easy. We didn't have much, but somehow we always had expectations, especially for me. I was the first child, the daughter, and in my family, that meant responsibility. My younger brother Emeka was everything. If there was food, he ate first. If there was meat, it belonged to him. If there was comfort, it belonged to him. And me? I've learned very early how to go with that. Care, love, and all that. I remember one evening clearly. We had just enough food for one proper meal. I was hungry, so hungry I could feel the ache in my chest. But Emeka pushed his plate away. I don't want this, he said. My mother didn't hesitate. Chiamaka, give him your meat. I looked at her, then at my plate, then at him. And without a word, I gave it up. That moment didn't feel big at the time, but it was the beginning of everything. I worked hard in school, not just hard, exceptionally hard. I came first in my class every single term. I thought maybe this was how I would finally be seen. But the day my results came out, everything changed. My father sat us down. There is only enough money for one child to continue school. I already knew the answer before he said it. Emeka will go. I tried to speak. I can get a scholarship. Enough, my mother cut in. He is the son, and that was it. Just like that, my dream ended. At 18, I left home, not to chase my dream, but to fund someone else's dream. Lagos was not kind. It was loud, harsh, unforgiving. I lived in a small, tiny room that barely felt like a shelter. I worked jobs that drained every part of me. But every time I thought of giving up, I remember my family, so I kept going. When I finally got a stable job, I thought things would change. My thought maybe, just maybe, they would appreciate me. So I called my mother. I got a job, I said, smiling through the phone. That's good, she replied. Then she added, your brother needs new clothes, needs shoes, and books for studies. That was the moment I should have understood, but I didn't. Every month, I sent money home. School fees, food, clothes, a phone, laptop, and the rest of it. There was always something, and I always said yes, even when I had nothing left. There were nights I went bed hungry. Days I worked without rest. Moments I stood in front of my empty account and whispered, it's okay, it's for them. I kept choosing them over and over and over again. Years passed, Emeka graduated. I wasn't invited. I found out through a short phone call. My son is now a graduate, my mother said proudly. I smiled, alone in my room. I'm happy for him, I said. The call ended shortly after. Something inside me started to shift. Not anger, not yet, just emptiness. One day, I decided to go home. I didn't tell them. I just need to see them, to feel something again. But when I arrived, everything was different. There was a new house, big, modern, beautiful. I stood there confused. That wasn't here before, I said. A neighbor smiled. Your brother built it. He's doing very well. My heart skipped. My brother built this? I walked slowly towards the house. Each step felt heavier than the last. When my mother opened the door, her surprise was obvious. Chiamaka, I came to visit. I said to her. Inside, everything looked perfect, comfortable, pleased, like a life I had paid for but never lived. I turned to my brother. This place is beautiful. He smiled. Thank you. I paused. When was it built? Last year, he said casually. Last year? The same year I sent largest amount of money I ever earned. The room suddenly felt smaller, quiet, heavier. That's the same year I sent everything. I said slowly. I looked at my mother. Where did money come from? Her expression changed. Why are you asking questions like that? Because I deserve answers. My brother spoke next. I worked for it. I looked at him. Really? Work? How? He didn't answer. Something inside me finally spoke. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet. I went hungry, I said. I struggled. I survived on almost nothing just to support this family. My voice was trembling, but I didn't stop. And now I come back and I hear you built all this. My mother shook her head. You are overreacting. Overreacting? I looked at her. And what am I? I asked. No answer. That was my answer. In that moment, everything became clear. I was never the daughter they were proud of. I was the sacrifice they depended on. I took a deep breath. And for the first time in my life, I chose myself. I understood now. I said I was only important when I was giving. I turned towards the door, but now I'm done. My brother tried to speak. Wait, no, I said without looking back. As I stepped aside, the air felt different, lighter, free. I had spent my whole life giving everything to them, my dreams, my youth, my happiness. But that day, I took my life back because love is not sacrifice without recognition. And family is not supposed to feel like loss. I gave them my life, but I finally chose to live it.